Hi, it's Molly and welcome back to my channel. Welcome here if it is your first time. Today's video is a demo and comparison of my favorite GHD iron versus the new Kristin Ess iron. I love both of these brands so much, so I'm going to try to be really unbiased and just give you information, but I will say really quickly, if you're not following Kristin Ess's Instagram, go check it out. She's absolutely incredible. She posts a lot of great videos and I love her. But you guys also know how much I love my GHD irons. So I'm really going to try to just give all of the facts and let you guys make your choice. I wanted to talk a little bit about the irons before I do the demo. I curled one side of my hair with the GHD and one side with the Kristin Ess so that you guys could really see how it performs. Design-wise, these are both 1.25-inch irons. They both have an underside that has no metal on them on the clip so that they can be used and there's no danger of burning yourself. They also have cool touch tops, so this will help you when you're styling and you can hold the top without burning your hand. They both have swivel cords at the bottom and they both have super long 9-inch cords, which is really incredible if you are on set and need your cord to reach. The GHD does have a larger plug. I believe this is a surge protection plug. I'm pretty sure that's what it is because it has the reset and the test button on it so that if your iron's plugged in and there's a power outage, etc., your iron does not get damaged. And the Kristin Ess has a tinier plug, which is nice if you want to have multiple irons plugged in on set. They both have universal voltage, so they can be used worldwide. The major differences that I've noticed are that for the GHD, the on-off button is underneath the clip, and for the Kristin Ess, it's right here on the handle. I haven't shut this one off yet while I'm styling, but I have changed the temperature. I've increased the temperature by accident by hitting the button. GHD irons have a single heat setting of 365 degrees, which is nice so that you don't burn your hair. I don't miss at all changing the heat setting. And the Kristin Ess can be set at 4 different heat settings: 325 degrees, 365 degrees, 400, and 425 degrees. So today I'm setting it on 365 so that I can use an equal amount of heat on each side. One of the major differences that I noticed, the Kristin Ess iron is a little bit heavier, and I also just noticed that the clip portion is a little bit thinner. You can see that the GHD is a little bit thicker and opens a little bit wider. I'm holding them open the maximum that they will go. The GHD just feels a little bit more luxurious, I guess, and that's not knocking the Kristin Ess at all. I just am trying to give my honest opinion of how things feel and look because I am lucky enough to have both of them. The GHD iron retails for $199 and the Kristin Ess retails for $50. Now, I will say I have seen on eBay a lot of these irons for around $50. I will link them below, so just check out the box underneath the video for that link. And usually what that is a store return. They're not defective. It just means somebody bought it, tried it, returned it, and the store can't resell that. So it sends them to sellers who sell on the secondhand market. So if you have your heart set on a GHD, you can get it for around $50. This is the biggest difference that I noticed, and this is probably going to be the thing that decides which iron you get. The GHD iron is ceramic, and the Kristin Ess is titanium. Now, titanium is an all-natural metal that conducts heat quickly and very well. So this GHD heats up in about 30 seconds, and the Kristin Ess heats up in about a minute. And by the way, it should be noted, they both turn off automatically after 30 minutes of no use. So that's a nice peace of mind. The titanium is wonderful for coarse hair. It really smooths it out nicely and gives such a polished looking curl. The advantage to ceramic is that it is very gentle on hair. So I noticed that when I switched from a titanium barrel to a ceramic barrel about 4 years ago, that's how long I've had my GHD iron. You can kind of tell it's getting a little bit, the label's worn on this side because I use this iron so often. It's crazy. Anyhow, when I switched over, and started using this ceramic iron, I went from needing to get my hair cut because it was so dry and so fried. I was getting my hair cut every 2 to 3 months. And then when I switched to the GHD, I only have to get my hair cut like once or twice a year now. It's kind of amazing. So that's another thing to think about. Even though this iron is less expensive up front, if you have hair that is already fragile like myself, because I do color my hair and I heat style it, you might need to increase how many haircuts you get per year if you go with a titanium iron. That is pretty much everything I can think of. So if you have any questions, I would be really happy to answer them. I did arms yesterday at the gym and I am feeling it now. My arms are so tired. Total time, just under 7 minutes to curl my natural hair. I am going to let all of this cool before I shake it out, and let's move on to the other side. So I'm gonna reset the alarm, plug in my GHD, and we'll curl. Total time for the GHD is 5 minutes and 46 seconds. My Kristin Ess side is already totally cool to the touch because I did that one first. And as you can see, the curls have dropped just slightly, ever so slightly. And the GHD side is almost cool. And I feel like those curls are just like a teeny bit higher still. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my extensions now and then curl those as well for the total finished look. Today I'm using the 14-inch set of my signature strawberry blonde from the Girl Get Glamorous hair line. I like the 14-inch for every day. I just feel like they're a really nice look. This is the lightest hairstyle and I love it because you can see how thin the tab is. They're so lightweight. They're so comfortable to wear. These are especially great if you have thinning hair or just thinner hair overall because they're so easy to hide at the roots. All I'm doing right now is just adding a little bit more curl and blending them with my natural hair so that there's no gap between the extensions and the ends of my natural hair. It's always good with your extensions just to make sure that those longer pieces are blended with the ends of your natural hair. That is going to be one of the #1 things that you can do to make it so that they just look like your natural hair. And especially with the 14-inch length, because they're already so natural looking, generally people just think it's all my own hair. I'm gonna see if I can curl this side a little bit more like this side. Now for the front pieces and for the frizz, normally I would run my iron over the top, but I actually got the Kristin Ess root tamer to test it out and it's not turned on, so don't be concerned about the heat. I am gonna plug this in and just show you really quickly how I use this at the roots. It takes about 60 seconds to heat up. You can see along my roots, because I take hair growth vitamins, that I get a little bit of flyaways and my hair just generally is a little bit frizzier. So I'm just going to tap down the roots And I do like this because it has the comb. It does get in and brush out a little bit more than when I just run the curling iron over the top. And then at the front, you can comb down these pieces. Just be really cautious with the brush around your face. You don't want to press down when you're around your face. But it does lay those little baby hairs down. And then you can also take this and just comb your hair forward. And it's just the brush that's hitting my scalp right now. The iron is just getting the roots so that they're a little bit more pinched forward, which is how I prefer to style my hair. See how this sort of nicely combs the front together? There we go. And now I'm gonna go back in and just tease the back slightly. I feel like with extensions, I always just like to get a little bit of extra oomph there. And I always spray my hairspray after the teasing, never before, to prevent my hair from getting damaged. That piece really went for it. And now I'm going to take a little drop of oil in my hair. I'm testing out a sample of the Oribe Gold Lust. I am just keeping it real. I have so many hair products. I'm trying to get through everything, including samples this year. So I'm just using a teeny little bit of that. Rubbing that through my ends mostly. There's barely any on my hands. And I really try to go from the mid shaft of my hair down, and especially if I find any pieces that are a little bit more dry, like my natural hair tends to be really dry and my extensions don't get that dry at all, maybe a little bit on the end sometimes. So I do try to concentrate the oil on my natural hair. I think it just gets more dry because I color it and then I do heat style. And even though I use color or heat protection, it's like, you know, it is what it is. For the front pieces, I prefer to use hairspray. So I'm going to be using the Living Proof Flex Spray. It's my favorite. Here is the finished look. This is the GHD side and this is the Kristin Ess side. I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions. I would be happy to answer anything. I've been so lucky to be able to try all the irons. So if you have any questions, let me know. And please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. That helps other people find the video. You can share it wherever you want. And subscribe, go check out the blog, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.